Hey guys, Katie Kleber with Fresh RN here, and I want to talk about some specific professional goals that nurses can discuss in their evaluations. So let's say you've got your annual review coming up and they say, okay, you have to write down a couple goals that you have for the next year. The way I want you to structure these goals is I want them to be SMART goals. So what SMART goals are specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time sensitive. So I don't want you to say, I want to be a better nurse on the unit that people like. That's the worst. It does not sound professional. I'm gonna help you sound professional. So we're gonna talk through 5 different options and I'm gonna give you a SMART goal example. So instead of saying, yeah, I might get my certification this year. So I want you to say, I will get my CCRN certification within 6 months, and I will sign up for a review course in the next month, and I will sit for my exam in the next 3 months. So you're specific about the exam and the timetable, the actions that you're going to do, signing up for the test, signing up for the review course. Measurable, the way that's measurable, did you do that or not? Okay, by the timetable, did you actually do that, and you're actually providing a time frame for it? So that would be a SMART goal in terms of certification. Next, education. A lot of people are going back for their bachelor's. They're maybe considering their MSN in a various specialty. So instead of saying, I'm thinking about going back for my degree, you could say on your sheet something like, I plan to research various schools and financial plans within the next 60 days. In the next 90 days, I plan to make a decision on which school I will apply for, and I will begin my first course depending upon what time of year it is. You could say the next semester, spring, fall, whatever it might be. Again, specific, measurable, it's realistic to take a couple months to really, look at what your different options are, be purposeful about it, and setting this goal that maybe in 5 months or so, you're gonna start your first class. And when you do your check-in next year, you can clearly say whether or not you did those things. And also, if life comes up and you did 3 of the 4 steps, hey, I did the research, I figured out which school I want to go to, I applied for it, and then X, Y, and Z happened. Because it's specific and measurable, you can say, hey, I did these aspects of it, I did not do this, and then say, hey, for the next year, these are my specific plans to pick up where I left off. Next, maybe you say, I want to be a preceptor. Instead of just saying that, you could say, I plan to take the precepting course that our hospital has on this date, or I plan to take the Fresh RN Preceptor Pro, shameless plug, course, and will be completed by this date. I plan to begin precepting nurses new to our unit within the next month, and my goal within the year is to have successfully precepted 2 to 3 nurses to our unit. There's a specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, time-sensitive goal. Charge nurse, that can be another one. You can apply that same thought process there, not just I'm thinking about being a charge nurse. Nope, I'm gonna take the training. I'm gonna shadow this specific charge nurse on these specific shifts, and my goal is by this period of time to be functioning as a charge nurse, and then also maybe 2 or 3 months later, really hitting the top of my game of being efficient, clocking out on time, ensuring my nurses get breaks, ensuring that they feel cared for and that I'm supporting them as a leader, etc. Finally, you could even get more granular with the type of patients you have on your unit. So if you want to become an expert at continuous renal replacement therapy, peritoneal dialysis, administering chemotherapy agents, external ventricular drains, the rotaprone bed, whatever it is, the more specific you can be, the better. The more intentional you are, the higher likelihood of following through. So you could say something like, my goal is to take the CRRT review course on this specific date, shadow these specific nurses with CRT and be functioning with taking on CRT patients by this date. And then maybe having another specific kind of patient that you want to become an expert at caring for, and the more specific you can be, the better. And that will all depend on the unit that you have. Definitely want to think of those patients the sickest, or the ones that require the most care and the most expertise, and being very specific on how you are going to get better and becoming an expert at taking care of them. So those are various goals that you could use on your nursing evaluations. Hope you found that helpful. If you have another example, I'd love to see it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you sign up for my email list. The link is in the description of this video.